Hello and welcome back to my Norty's Forgotten Flicks-a-thon. Well, we're in 2018, we're in the home stretch, and I figure since the last time we looked at a horror movie that wasn't actually a horror movie, today we'll look at a horror movie that is actually a horror movie. If you're wondering why I'm filming it like this, because I'm filming it on my phone. Why? Because today we're looking at Unsane. Directed by Steven Soderbergh, Unsane follows a woman named Sawyer Valentini, played by Claire Foy, who has recently moved in order to avoid a stalker. Having trust issues, she goes to a mental institution to get some help and is signed up for a 24-hour stay by the people running the place. It turns out her stalker is actually working there, but no one believes her, thinking she is just seeing hallucinations. And this leads down a rabbit hole that includes scamming and murder. So this movie got some attention before it came out due to one gimmick it uses. It is entirely shot on an iPhone, specifically an iPhone 7 Plus. Now you may think this is just a cheap way of getting people to see the movie, like, ooh, a movie shot on a phone. The future is now. But it's kind of like found footage. It actually enhances the movie. It just looks so claustrophobic. The colors aren't as vibrant, the bars on the side make it feel much more confined, and the way things are framed, it just looks so different than most movies, and it really works. I felt just as trapped as Sawyer. Every time she does something that forces her to stay longer, I get a little more frustrated. But I understand why she does it, because when you're the only sane person in a world of nonsense, you start to get a bit crazy too. It's kind of like a cure for wellness. Character who isn't crazy continuously tries to prove that they're not crazy, and ends up proving they are crazy because, well, they're in a mental institution and everything is nuts. Claire Foy is pretty good. She has these eyes that not only can show frustration, but you might understand why she is often thought of as crazy.
They let you anywhere near sharp objects? I doubt that very much.
She would later go on to play Ryan Gosling's wife in First Man, a movie that almost got a review, but I think enough people talk about it, at least that I know of. She befriends a guy named Nate, played by Jay Farrow, who's in there kicking an opioid addiction, and he's just insanely charming.
And I promise you, on that date, your mom will be standing right there waiting for you. Smiles.
Then there's the stalker. His name is David Strine, although he goes by George in the institution. He's played by Joshua Leonard. Yes, that Joshua Leonard. He's never stopped acting, but it seems I'll see him every 10 years or so. This guy is one of the most hateable villains of the past 5 years.
He's followed me all the way here from Boston.
I've never even been to Boston. I am a Sox fan.
I wanted to reach into my screen, put my hands around his neck, and strangle him until his bucking body goes limp. He continues taunting her, making her look more crazy, and oh God, do I fucking hate this guy. And Leonard is great. And before you ask why the institution doesn't at least look into this guy as their stalker, or even just keep him away from her, it's clear they don't care. It's a scam. That's not even a spoiler, they reveal that in the first 20 minutes. The place is keeping people there to get money from the insurance. And the cops are completely useless. Which, you know, based on the last movie we watched, they could be worse. And it just keeps getting worse and worse. At one point he even drugs her, making her go on a violent rampage. The music is odd. I don't know if I'd say it's great, but it does kind of make me feel uneasy. My favorite scene is one that just infuriates me. You see, Claire's mother comes to help her out, staying at a hotel down the street. They have a nice moment. Claire even notices that she's still wearing her dead husband's wedding ring, but we do know that her mother has no idea what David looks like. And you probably can guess where this is going.
Maintenance!
I didn't call maintenance.
We're checking all the AC units, ma'am. There was a critical fault in the wiring in one of the other rooms. Nearly started an electrical fire. Just to be safe. Thank you. This'll just take a minute.
You motherfucking cocksucking piece of human garbage. No death is too bad for you. Every fiber of my being burns with the energy of 1,000 suns with hatred for you. You know what? Getting your teeth and tongue pulled out, and whatever the fuck happened here, that is nothing compared to what I want to do to you. The third act starts to lose me a bit. For one, Claire just starts lashing out and making herself look bad through no fault of anyone but herself, like she throws coffee on someone for annoying her. What did you expect to happen? And it just sort of gets a little boring. Also, I think it could have been a bit more interesting if they were played up as a mystery, like, is she going crazy? Is this not actually her stalker? Does she just see him and there really is something wrong with her? But that's not really anything wrong with the movie, it's still really good. And it didn't get much recognition. I mean, sure, it made almost 15 times its budget, but that's just because it was cheap to make. But no one's talking about it, and I think they should. It's a great psychological thriller with one of the most hateable villains of the decade. Well, that's it for Unsane, but next time we'll be continuing 2018 with what I consider the most underrated movie of the year. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a splitting headache. Where am I? Why is this happening? Just stupid people always, and car shit. Why is it always the car shit? I hate car shit. What is it with this system? I don't even know if I'm saying words right now. I'm just saying things that are inappropriate, and I don't know. Hot dogs and hamburgers make me I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying words. And I hate everything. What is going on? I've been filming for the past 5 fucking hours. Alright, this is going to be Unsane. Hello and welcome back to my Norty's Forgotten Flicks-a-thon. Well, we're in 2018, we're in the home stretch. Today, I figured since we looked at a horror movie last year that wasn't actually a horror movie, today we'll actually be looking at a stupid thing because I fucked that up, god damn it.